night might be over, everyone. The final touches have been going in on this IS250. The interior's kind of back in place as far as panels go. Still have one thing to do down here, then put door sills back in, but the reason that's apart is because now there's the clutch pedal and there's a fuse box there. As you can see, extra wiring and some aftermarket wiring for some lighting. We have E85 in here. We haven't tested the car yet driving it. We just aired up the airbags. We know it runs, but we need to kind of do like a road test. That will be what's happening next. Mark was tucking the wiring in under the coil packs. First, we'll probably move it forward a little bit under its own power, then turn it off, go through this rat's nest area, fix that up, then we'll go do a quick road test. And once we can verify that everything's working, then we would do a couple logs while we're on the road, and then after that we'll do dyno, and then it can go home to the customer. Check out this custom little handbrake setup, because these cars normally had a foot brake. That came out of a Subaru. A lot of custom stuff, and this would normally have auto, but we got the manual in there. We have a leather shift boot for it, but can't attach it yet because the way it was designed and then versus the way the guy made the custom leather boot, it's like very tight tolerance, so we might have to have an interior guy figure out how to like glue that little panel in place. I'm not sure. He also has like a panel that goes in the back, which is not in the car with us. We're never gonna have that. He'll do that at home. It'll kind of cover up that area back there. Airbags are fired up. Look at that. All the way up. It's riding high right now. When this finally drives away under its own power, that'll be a pretty exciting moment for all of us. The one thing he might have to do on his own is somehow modify his turbo blanket to work with the external or the internal versus external gate. This car is gonna make around 450 horsepower, but it'll be a pretty cool little cruiser. Mark mounted that in there earlier. It'll get tucked under the bumper. That's like stock ECU that used to go in a little box that's now where the charge piping is. All right, that's a quick update. We'll start driving it here shortly. It drove in first gear, but we're gonna move this car in, move that car back in, and then bleed the coolant system and go over every little detail before we go drive it further than that. Good job, Lexus. We have been on and off with this project for over a year. We waited a long time for wiring stuff to get completed. It's completed. Ooh, that looks clean and shiny. We're messing with timing earlier. We kept thinking the timing was off. When it was running, it would run okay, and then you go to restart and it wouldn't sync. We're like, what is going on? So then we messed with VVTi solenoid and the VVTi cam. Turns out the solenoid was dead, and it would like advance timing and leave it stuck like 20 and 30 degrees advance, and it wasn't communicating properly with the Motec. Anyways, that wasted a decent amount of time. Fixed it, put a new solenoid. We're good to go. So I want to kind of show you where we are with the car now. Let's jump in here and see what Cody Phillips Racing had set up a lot of stuff with us, so let's show you guys. Press it once, kind of powers up there. Press it twice, powers up. All the Motec stuff goes on the second press of the ignition on the stock button for Lexus, and then you had this closed, but you look in here, this is where he has this hidden little keypad. Press ignition down here, light it up green, then you hit the start button. fired it up. This is kind of what we have going. He's gonna redo this screen to make it look like an LFA because customer had bought display creator. He's gonna make that look like an LFA dash, which will be really cool inside this Lexus. So that's a cool little feature that'll happen. But otherwise, it's quite dark in the cabin here, but let me light it up. This is what we're working with inside. Everything's buttoned up. We have a leather shift boot, but the way we plan to mount it here, it's not going to mount as easily as that we could do. So I think we're gonna have some guy that does like interior do an adhesive wrap on that, and the leather shift boot would look like it's in its place correctly. Car's running really good. Everything we've planned out is working. Next step is go to the dyno. And that is gonna happen tomorrow, and then the customer can pick up the car. Here's the custom shift boot we had done for him. There's a couple other little things that the customer will do, like finishing touches after it leaves here. There's no front bumper, there's no headlights because the customer has that back at his spot and he's gonna do that. Where are you going? Mark's leaving. Tomorrow morning, go to the dyno, we'll bring you guys with us and see how well this does there. We just left, going for 500 horsepower. We are over here getting the car strapped to the dyno. Hopefully that's gonna work for us. Car has airbags, so it doesn't let us strap it down how we would want, where we like pull down on the subframe, because it's gonna hit the exhaust. We're not able to use like the arm we would normally want to grab or the area we would want to grab. The airbag would interfere, and like sometimes we'll use a chain. Airbag would interfere with that, or the chain would hit the exhaust and probably mess it up. So right now we only have one strap on each side of the rear. So our thought is once we start like rolling into power, once the boost hits, it'll probably spin the tires. I guess we wait and find out, and maybe we'll have to get some other form of strap or like a ton of heat shielding or heat sleeve to cover that strap, because we kind of want to melt through it if we were to do what we wanted to do because of this airbag. So right now we just have one rear arm connected. Might work. I guess we just have to sample it and see what it does. Do like a little test pull, see how it goes. That's where we're at, and then see if we can make 500 horsepower, right guys? Maybe, we'll see. Check it out guys, so Cody's on the other end of the laptop. We did a couple pulls already, and we're in the 300s in horsepower. We only had 12 pounds of boost, it's a little turbo, so it only made a little bit of horsepower. We're gonna go up to 16 pounds now, maybe crack 400 right now. We weren't expecting big power, we just wanted to work good and be a smooth driving car and be quick. Let's do another pull. Okay, let me get it in forward. Not that much horsepower, but there's a pull for you guys. All right guys, I'm making big power over here. We're gonna make 500 horsepower. You guys ready for this? $518, $556. Pretty good. All right, good job, Cody. So our goal to break or crack 500 horsepower has been accomplished. Good job, Borg Warner EFR 7670, OEM, 2JZ, VVTi, GTE. We kind of thought we might hit 480, but I know potentially it could break 500 because we did it one or two other times with this turbo. But then I thought like through this drive, I don't know, for some reason I thought we were not gonna make 500. Anyways, 518 was our top number and 556 torque, so that's pretty cool. Excited about that. There's a lot going on there, a lot of run files and some pump gas ones. We hit it like a spike a little bit at the beginning because it's a small rear housing, it's an internally gated turbo, and it's hard to control it. Ideally, you would have, let's say, 2 gates on there so you could fully control the boost exactly how you want, and you could probably keep it at like 24 pounds all the way across. But what we're doing is it's kind of climbing up to like 29 pounds, and then it's falling to 26 pounds. You won't really feel it while driving. Maybe if he was like very in tune with his race car, he would definitely feel it, but for what he's used to, it's just gonna feel like it hits hard at the beginning and pulls to the end, like right to red line. So that's pretty cool. We accomplished what we wanted, and it's gonna be good for what he uses this car for. So we're gonna head back to the shop, finish up some programming with Cody on the Motec stuff. And he's still gonna redo this dash in here to look like an LFA, because Cody does custom display creator, and Edgar, the owner, wanted the inside of his Lexus to look like an LFA dash. So we're gonna do that, and then Edgar can pick up his car, trailer it back to his house. All right, guys, let's go back to the shop. Okay, guys, let's check out one final look at this display creator that Cody had done. Here we go. Looks similar to an LFA. Let's fire this up. Like the wideband, oil pressure, coolant, boost, like the boost aim or the set, like you could change that for your 4 different boost settings. Then your boost pressure, voltage, fuel pressure, and then on the outside we have like the normal gauges like they would have been on an LFA. So turned out really cool. Edgar's gonna pick up the car tomorrow, and then we're done with the Lexus IS250 TJ swap, guys. Let's see what Edgar says when he gets here tomorrow. So Edgar is here. He's gonna pick up the Lexus today, and then he'll take it home, probably paint his bumper, do whatever, finish his body kit, put his headlights on. He had some custom ones done, and then he'd start taking it to car shows. Let's get him in here, get him to start this up, see his reaction, see how he goes. Should be pretty excited. All right, here's Edgar. Let's see what happens when it starts. See if we can get him to smile.
I'm already smiling.
I was gonna ask you a question, so I know like people are probably wondering like no front bumper, no headlights, or you have like this one dirty headlight, and I was trying to describe to them like, well, he has some custom headlights he's doing.
Yeah, so the front, I got a front bumper that's getting molded as well, which I think you probably showed on episode 1. I think it was.
The very beginning.
So yeah, there's still another change. There's another phase coming in this project. As soon as I get this back, it's got to get tore down again. Work on the body now. So yeah, there's still some work.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so then there's that, but then when it is done, where can someone come see the finished product, or like how they can follow what it's doing with you?
So most likely you'd probably see me at Weekfest, any local car shows for the most part. I live in the Central Valley, so it's quite a ways out. You know, up north for the most part, but on occasions you see me down here, down south. So.
That's where you could go check out the car, or just go to his Instagram and he'll post stuff about it, and he'll get it all cleaned up and finished with, I guess, more body kit. Yeah. Oh my gosh. He'll probably put like a panel in the back seat area, right?
Yeah. So I got a rear seat delete that's going to get implemented afterwards. So we'll take care of all that, hide all that wiring and everything. So
cool.
Clean it up.
Let's see what he does when he gets in here and fires it up. So first you would hit Lexus key. Need a second one, I guess. Yep, there you go. So that's everything. And then you would hit ignition on the keypad, and then start on the keypad. I think he likes it.
Oh yeah.
Let's see if we can get him to drive it. Oh, there's so many people around. It's like really tight throttle ratios on that.
Yeah, I'll get used to it.
Yeah, I don't think you can like ram it into gear either. It seems like it doesn't let you because of the short shifter. Also right now boost aim says 12, so you're kind of on like your lowest setting. Do you want to raise that?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
I just want to just enjoy it just for a nice ride.
Yeah. Noises with this. The turbo's small enough that it's just like whistling sometimes when it's idling almost. Just like as soon as you get on the gas, it's making boost. The brakes are heavy, huh?
Oh yeah.
I told you they're
They're good. I got a 1990 Mitsubishi Mighty Max.
Yeah.
They're kind of heavy too.
Like, I thought about it, you could reduce the size of the master because all your brakes are on the one master through the one. It's just like, it's kind of like what I warned you. It's gonna feel like a race car, you know?
I like it.
Because if you wanted more pedal like movement, you could go down 1 or 2 sizes on the master, but then you'd have a lot more movement in the pedal, but it would be a softer feel on the pedal. So, and it would still brake the same, like, you just wouldn't have to press as hard.
I like it.
Let's load this car up for him so he can take it home.
It's good. Yeah, that's gonna be the fun part.
This kind of wraps up the Lexus episodes, guys.
Yep. See ya.
See you guys. Thanks for letting us build the car, dude. Team JZ.
Sir.
About to load this guy on a trailer. See you later, Lexus.